Hello guys, welcome back to another video tutorial. In this video I'm gonna teach with you how you can make a calculator with the help of HTML, CSS and also JavaScript. So here is a demo of the calculator. I'm gonna increase the size of the browser so you can perform the all operations like subtraction, addition, multiplication, division. I'm gonna add the addition and this is the result. If you click on cancel, then the particular text has been removed now from the screen, and you can do the any other things you can do the. So I'm gonna use multiple by, just a minute, 5, right? And the last thing I'm gonna use division, right? So I'm gonna teach you how you can get this one calculator with the help of HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So I'm gonna close this one. This is an empty project. So inside the project, just a minute, I'm gonna check my recording. Yes, inside this one project we will use HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Those are files are empty, right? Inside there, first thing we need to design the calculator, right? So I'm going to use div class calculator, and inside there I'm going to use id on there, and the class will be screen. Inside there I'm going to use h1 to display the data inside there. So I'm going to assign the value of the id as a result. Then inside the calculator div, this is a screen div, inside the calculator div I'm going to create another div and assign the class CLBTN. You can write any name as you want. In my case I just use readable names that help us to style them, right? Then I'm going to use UL and li multiple by more than 12, I think, but I will use that. Then inside the UL tag I'm going to use id btns. Inside the li tag I'm going to use 1 2 3, and this will be clear screen, and 4 5 6. Then I'm going to use addition sign, 7 8 9. Then I'm going to use just a minute, I'm going to increase the size, 0 multiplication division, not division. I'm going to use dot, and again one more thing, I'm going to use division, right? So this is a very simple thing you need to do inside the HTML file. One more thing we need to do is equal sign, right? Equal sign, I'm gonna assign the id equals, right? And then I'm gonna check C like this one and assign the id CLR, right? So this is very simple. I'm gonna open that on the live server, then you will able to see. Just a minute, I'm gonna remove all the things. So when I will use CSS to design the project, you will able to see different things. Just a minute, I'm gonna close my browser. So the first thing, I'm gonna get the font Poppins, Google Fonts, we will use that. And then I'm gonna select the regular like this one. I'm gonna select import and use this one code, copy, paste inside your browser, and then you will able to use this one code inside your project, right? So first thing, right, then you will able to see just right. So static, I'm gonna use 0 padding, 0 pixel, box sizing, border box, right? And body I'm gonna use background color will be DDD, font family will be Poppins, and also I use this one just. Then I'm going to select the calculator div. I'm going to show you in a minute. This one there, and we need to design that, right? So I'm going to assign the width 100%, max width also I'm going to use 350 pixel, margin will be 100 pixel, and auto, and I'm going to also use border radius to display the screen and the round edge, and overflow will be hidden, and box shadow I'm going to use 0005 pixel, and this is a F4, right? Then we're going to discuss all about the screen designing this one. So let's see. So background color is white, FFF, yes, FFF, and the width will be 100%, min height will be 100 pixel, text align I'm going to display the text in the right side, and then font size I'm going to use 20 pixel, padding top I'm gonna use that 24 pixel, and padding right I'm gonna use that 0.5 pixel, border bottom I'm gonna use 1 pixel solid, and DDD cell. You can't see anything else inside the page because we need to work on another classes that help us to display the data. I mean display the calculator, right? So let's talk about the result. No, I will use CL buttons, right? So inside there I'm going to use background RGB and 33 on 47 61, right? First I'm going to check that. Yes, and then I'm going to use padding 5 pixel. Alright, then I'm going to target the UL, not UL and BTNs. So this is the ID. Inside the ID have a li tags. Inside the li tags have a numbers, but we will use them as a buttons. I'm going to show you how you can convert them into button and how you can use that inside the JavaScript. This time you just need to know how to design that, right? So the list style type none, displays flex, and flex wrap is wrap, right? And justify content will be space between, right? So this is very simple. I'm gonna check the calq. Okay, there is a mistake, so I'm gonna copy that. I think not, I think this is it. So copy paste, right? And screen is same result, perfect. Then we're gonna discuss all about the, just a minute, I'm gonna check that. CL buttons. This is my mistake. Inside this is a class, so we need to use dot, right? Then I'm gonna target the UL li tags, right? And inside the li tag I'm going to use one, but before using this one we're going to target the UL ID btns and li tag. Then I'm going to use font size will be 20 pixel, right? And color will be RGB on 33, and this will be 33. And then I'm gonna use the width of the 20%, margin 1 pixel, and padding top will be 11 pixel, and height will be 50 pixel, and border radius I'm gonna use that 0.3%. Cursor will be pointer, and then text align will be center, and color text will be FF white, and I'm gonna use also transition all 0.3 second, right? So this is our calculator, right? But I think something is wrong on there, so we need to check that where is problem now with max width. Okay, there is a problem, so right. And another thing is on there is screen, I'm gonna use white, right? And I think I need to check that this is, I will use that as a class. So this will be screen, this will be a calculator button. So let's talk about the what next. And the usual li border 1 pixel solid RGB, and this will be 40, 55 and 71, right? So those are borders inside the li tags. And what is the next thing we need to do? We need to check that. Okay, we need to target the what is the name? IDS IDCLR. So the background RGB, I'm gonna use that 31, 76 and 60, right? Then the next thing we're gonna use to hover the mouse, right? So I'm gonna use UL btns and li hover. I just change the background color RGB 29, 131 and 72, right? So those are our effects inside our page. Last thing we need to do, we need to display this one equal sign in the complete line inside the calculator. So I'm going to use li hash equal, this is my ID name, I'm going to show you this one, and then I'm going to use width 100%, not important, right? And then I'm going to use border radius. I think I'll leave the border radius. I'll use background color will be RGB, and everything is perfect. Okay, I'm going to use RGB 52 and 152 and 2. So perfect. So this is our normal calculator. We have used simple Java HTML and CSS to design that, right? Let's talk about how we can perform the operations like display the data inside the screen and perform the operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, right? So the first thing is I'm gonna maximize my browser, and this is a JavaScript. So first of all, you need to get the value from the this one HTML page, and you need to assign the value inside the variable. So let's see. So I'm gonna create a let variable. You can write the let means create a variable, write the variable names. I'm gonna use btns and document dot get element by id. Inside there you need to assign the id. First I'm gonna close the CSS because we don't need that. So the first thing, you need to get the id from this one, right? Then create another variable num and call btns this one variable. Inside this one variable I'm gonna select all the li tags. Inside the li tags have a numbers. We will convert them into buttons, or we will get the numbers, particular number from the li tag. So we need to use btns this one variable. Inside the variable have a query selector all li tags, right? I'm going to show you in a minute how you can display the data on the page. Then final, I'm going to create a result variable, and we can use document.get element by id and write the variable name, id name, like this one, right? Once you get the data from the HTML document and assign the value inside the variables, then you need to write the for loop. So I'm going to show you. Use for, create a variable, let I, assign the value 0 and call I less than, right? I less than num this one variable that we have assigned on above. This is the variable name dot length and call I plus plus. Inside there, for example, I want to display the numbers value, right? So I'm going to use console.log and call num variable, write the array range and pass the I variable. Then you will able to see the all the data will appear inside the browser. Which data? Those data. Also this one. So let's see. I open that. As you can see, guys, 1 2 3, and this is our C means clear skin. You can write any name, right? Once you get the data from the li tags, then you will use that inside the function. I'm going to show you. So first of all, I call num and write the I variable. Inside the num have a li tag, and the I tag will get the value from the 0 variable. This is the first one index, or you can say that 0 index inside the array, and every time this I value will increase, means one by one it will increase. Once the num value will complete, then it will come out of the for loop. Then who will able to see another code, right? But inside there it will display more than value which appear inside the num variable, right? Inside the num variable have a more than 17 value. You can also use 17 number on there, but this time I'm going to use just length. Then I'm going to call dot event listener to assign the event when user will click on the any value inside the I tag. Means which value? This one value, this one value, this one. Those are values inside the li tags, right? So I use add event listener. Which event you want to use on that? I'm going to use click event, and then I'm going to use function. When user will click on the any button, then I want to run this one function. Inside this one function, I'm gonna call console.log, and I just use working. Means I will create any button inside the li tag, then you will able to see the text will appear inside the console screen. Let's see. I click on 1, working, 2, working, 3, working, 4. You will click any button inside the calculator, then the particular calculator value will appear inside the console screen, right? So let's see. For example, I'm going to call num console.log and num and pass the I variable. Let's see. I click 5. You will get the li. Inside the li tag you have a 5 value. If you click on 3, you will get the li, and inside the li tag have a 3 value. How you can remove the li tag and get the 3 number or 5 number or any other number inside the li tag? So let me explain you how you can do that. Inside this one section, you need to write the if. First of all, I will use condition. Which condition means, first I'm going to use if num I dot inner HTML. Once you add the inner HTML, I'm going to show you another thing. Console.log, and I'm going to call num I, right? Save, right? But I want to display the number 2, so I need to use dot inner HTML after that. So let's see. As you can see, you have removed li tags with the help of JavaScript. As you can see, I click any button, then the particular button value will appear inside the console screen, right? Then you will able to work on the calculator. Let's see. I call if num I dot inner HTML. You must be right dot inner HTML equal to dot equal, means when user will click on this one button, then I want to perform the operation, right? Which operation you want to perform? But before perform the operation, I'm gonna use another thing. The another thing is when user will click on the any button, I want to display the particular button value on the page, on the screen. So you need to write result variable dot inner HTML, right, and assign the value. But before assigning the value, but this time same thing, then you will able to see the particular value will appear inside the result variable. So result variable have a mentioned above, as you can see. So I've used this one variable on that. So I'll click 1 y, just a minute, result, okay, I'm gonna use this one keyword, this keyword on there. I think it should be this. Yes, as you can see, I have used inside there num and pass the error in. You can also use this way. First I'm going to comment that this dot, and what I need to do on there in HTML, this dot, not this dot, I think I not another HTML, right? I think it should be work, but I have used simple way to perform the operation, like add the value inside the screen and perform the operation addition, something like that. So once you get the value and assign the value inside the variable inside the screen, you need to perform another operation. Which operation? For example, I click 2, but the 7 has been removed from the screen, but I want to this one and also another value will appear inside there. When user will click on the equal button, then I want to perform another operation, right? So I need to use simple addition before the equal sign. Say I click 1, 2, those values are appear. I can't see the previous value has been removed, will remove from the screen, right? As you can see, right? Then the next thing we need to do, when user will perform the operation, so you need to perform the operation with the help of equal sign. So I'm gonna cut that. I use if num I dot in HTML. I'm gonna use another thing. You must be understand that in HTML equal to equal sign. Then I'm gonna call result dot inner HTML, and then I'm gonna call eval function that help us to perform the all operations like addition, subtraction, deletion, division, anything else which are used to perform the create a calculator, right? So inside the function you need to pass the same value which you have used on there, because this is a result variable, this is a call screen variable that help us to display the data, and this is the inner HTML that help us to convert the code into text, right? So let's see, I use result dot inner HTML. So let's see, just a minute, we need to use this code out of this one. In the else statement, I'm going to use the else statement. Just a minute, I use else statement, right? The same code, but inside there this will be perform the additions. So I'm going to create a 1, 2 plus 10, 20, 2, right? This is a working fine. So I'm going to get, but the important thing is I click something like this one, I want to remove this one, so we need to work on the C, means clear the screen. So you need to write the same thing, and this means the particular number, right? This one, this I call this, means inside the function have a num, means this, right? The particular object name. So I have explained you all about this, and also you can use this way also inside there. Let's see how we can remove the value. So I'm going to cut that. Inside the else statement I use another way, if num I dot inner HTML equal to C. So I'm going to use result dot inner HTML, assign the value will be null. In the else statement you need to use same thing. I hope you are understood as well all about that. Let's see, I click on to click that. Okay, I think something is wrong on there. I need to check that. CLR. Just a minute guys, this is the else statement and this is a if else result dot inner HTML. Everything is perfect. Okay, I said that, and let's see this time. Yes, 10 plus 10, 20. I'm gonna clear this one screen, click that. 20 addition by 10, 30, clear screen. 5 multiple by 5, 25, clear screen. 10 by 22, 5, and 36 by 5. So this is a very simple way to create a calculator with the help of simple JavaScript code like this one. So this is a very helpful for you. I hope you understood as well. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.